A lot of HP. I mean, that was also the worst guy to get, but yeah, like, her damage is definitely not up to snuff to make this efficient yet, but we get a ton of mats now. I think we just go pure mats. I mean, I'm tempted to do this, but there's no reason. It's 925 gear just like the other one. Might arguably have slightly higher chance or something, but yeah, you get 20 Ingolith per. I mean, this is a giga worth. Like, this is definitely worth struggling through a few of these to start getting a second round of master working in. Absolutely. Not tonight, though I'm tired, but cool. Like how much do we have now? I think it was 20 per turn in. We should have like TI with 248. Bro, that would take like 8 to 10 pit runs to get at higher pit levels. That's crazy. This is way more efficient. Just got to make sure we don't get tapped. There was one scary moment, yeah, for sure. For sure there was a scary moment there. We'll do masterwork. Our weppy here. Yeah, 80 and it's 120. Alright. Alright, GLs. Crit strike damage probably be good. The best. Attack speed. I mean, that's okay, I guess. And it's like kind of okay. Too much attack speed is going to be too much attack speed. We're going to burn through all our imbues too quickly then. What does it cost to reroll? Oh, it's 5 mil at all times. Doesn't matter how deep you are in the tree. About 15 Neathiron? Neathiron? Neanderthal? This one probably comes next. Cool. 50.5k hush pay. Bummer that we got attack speed, man. Crit damage would have been so much better. For some pop. Damn. I mean, we could technically reset it and go again, but like we need the mats. I'd rather keep it the way it is for now. Can we make our last royal ruby after all that spam? We can. We can because we delete our last flawless. And we craft our last royal. Alright, we're fully royaled out for everything that matters. Doesn't matter for the resistances, they're already overcapped slightly. Which means we're at 52k HP. 51.9. Biggie smalls. Word. Alright, so I mean, yeah. Like we'll probably just have to baby crawl through some 5s to get the Iolite. Idolite, whatever it's called. And just incrementally up this gear. And hopefully we should be able to get to a spot where it's like good enough for to just farm the 5 instead, you know? Maybe. The thing is, like, outside, like, the weapon's going to be the main thing. But the reality is that you all smell bad. Is that a lot of the gear upgrades we're going to get aren't offensive gear upgrades. They're defensive. And we're pretty solid defensively. We got some, like, decks here and there. I mean, I guess rings, actually. Man, we have, I think, honestly, we might have a little too much attack speed. Might have a little too much attack speed. I need to, like, roll off one of the attack speeds. We'll see, though. Right now, we're in a good flow where we rotated all 10 NBUs properly. But with the Masterword proc on this attack speed just now, could be a little sketchy. All damage lucky. Yeah, like might roll this attack speed off since we can roll off this ring. Maybe or on gloves. What we really want is +4 barrage on gloves. We could actually throw some rolls at that right now, can't we? We have the technology and we have a bit of gold. Alright. Like +4 barrage would be pretty biggie smalls. Definitely a big damage bump there rather than attack speed. It's probably the best thing we can get on glove. Or +3, whatever. Yeah, +3 barrage. I mean, it's about the same fucking odds as the +3 shadow imbue that we did on Helm that took a year and tens of millions of gold. I can try, though. All res. Slightly more attack speed. Lucky hit chance. Might take lucky instead for now. Armor. The Vuln damage. +2 to barrage. Probably still worth over the lucky, yeah? What do you guys think? It probably is. Yeah, it definitely is. So I mean, you know, once we get a shit ton of more gold, ideally we wanted that +3. Ideally. So there's a nice little damage bump there. But yeah, I mean, we do need to optimize some damage. I feel like we're almost like a little too overly tanky for the content and a little lacking on damage. But I'd rather, I mean, it's hardcore. I'd rather be safe than sorry. Because like we only had like one uh-oh moment and it was pretty fucked up in the 5 we just did, and it was my first time doing it. But I mean, the bosses took a long time to kill me. I think the legs are the big thing for that garrison. I did do one more tier 4 Infernal Hordes after I shut stream down yesterday while I was uploading for YouTube. And it was like, of course, off stream, it was like the best RNG one. Like, it was nothing but fucking Hellborn and all this stuff. I got like 450 ether. And yeah, I was like, you know what, man, I'm just going to cash it all into gold. I was at 520k gold and went up to, oh, sorry, I was at 10.3 mil and went up to 43 mil in one cash in. So, yeah. You're going back to WoW? You have the bug again? I don't really have the bug again. I was just always going to check WoW out for an expansion launch, right? I mean, I love WoW deep down. I just have no interest in like raiding and hardcore raiding, but I want to see the expansion, see the story, see the zones, level through it, see delves, etc. You know, where that goes from there, it goes, but I don't think it'll go anywhere. I'm just not somebody who can like casually play that game. It's just not in my blood, especially after 20 years. In terms of long-term commitment, right? So like playing through to see what's going on, cool, fun. But if I'm not like, okay, I'm hardcore raiding again, then I don't think I'll be like, oh yeah, I can't wait to go do more world quests today and fucking collect some mounts and shit, you know? The only other thing would be like delves, but to push hard, like it's just the same loop, right? To push higher level delves, you need the better gear. How do you get better gear? You grind M+ and you raid, and I'm good for that. So I don't even know how long delves will really be a thing for me. I mentioned yesterday too, like I haven't really seen a lot of people talk about delves at all on like Twitter and shit. Granted, I haven't seen a lot of people talk about the expansion. Well, a bit more now that it's buzz and it's around the corner. Around the corner-ish. But delves specifically, I haven't seen anybody really saying shit about it. What's up with them? Are they just like not great? What's up, Gamer Dad? Nu praia mai stat pe Twitch, dar mă bucur că ești pe YouTube. That just not the blood pe Twitch. Nu prea urmărești YouTube. I'm trying to get better at it. I'm not great at following YouTube. Just 'cause I have 2 chats open. I'll look when I can. There's obviously more activity on Twitch than on YouTube. That's right, Dr. Anal. That's right. Think people might be worried Dells are going to end up like SL Torghast? I mean, I haven't gotten any vibe from it, period. Because I guess my point is I just don't see people talking about it, like, at all. They just there's no, like, oh, wow, Delves this, but, like, I hope they do this with Delves, or Delves this, or Delves that. Just nobody talks about Delves, period. I just don't see any discussion of Delves. Now, I haven't seen any in the past, like, 2 months. The only banter I usually see about WoW are people being like, oh, I'm excited or not excited for the expansion, and then a whole bunch of the usual crowd complaining about class balance within the classes they care about. Like, you know, Elsmere complaining about Holy Pallies, and Jack complaining about healers, and Thune complaining about wrestler. You know, all the usual crowd. And then their banter about their classes and specs. Like, just nothing about Delves. Not a single, like, I tried pushing Delves. Delves are so fun. I don't like Delves. I hope they do this. I hope they improve Delves this way, etc., etc. There's just zero, nothing. I'm going to do a T4 to start. So, which is kind of, honestly, for me, a bummer, because one of the main things I was interested in for the expansion, because DF, from a casual perspective, I just didn't really care for it at all. And this expansion really just seems like DF Part 2, but with the new feature being Delves. And just don't saying shit. Don't saying shit, dude. You'll just stop playing them once M+ testing started. And I think the feature is going to be a little DOA, and it does make me a little sad. Like genuinely makes me sad, because I thought they were like a really cool concept, a really cool stab at doing something that's not related to just the usual pillars of like endgame World of Warcraft. It is what it is. It is what it is, buddy. Like, you know, kind of the vibe it's giving me. The vibe they're giving me is the same vibe from like those cool kind of like world zone events that that existed in what's it called, at the beginning of DF. You know, like the cooking with the fucking Tuskar guys, and the keep invasion, and, you know, all that stuff. Like, each zone had 1 or 2, and like the hunt. Like, those were very cool, and people were, like, really into them, right? People were really into them. And but then as soon, like, it was great, like, starter expansion content. But then as soon as, like, the main content for the season hit, they just, like, went down the shitter, and, like, nobody gave a fuck. Which was obviously, like, predictable that was going to happen. And I have a feeling that Delves are basically just going to be that. I was going to be like, oh, Delves so awesome, so fun, and then, like, M+ rating is going to hit, and that's it. Like, no one's going to fucking do Delves. That's like a main content. That's my vibe from it. Or it'll be like a very niche thing, but generally won't be like mainstream. Mobs, hello? Which kind of sucks. Which also begs the question, how the fuck do you... Like... Actually... Which kind of begs the question, like, are they... Is it possible to implement a new, casual, friendly, sustainable system in WoW that can replace endgame for some people, gear independent? Like, are they just doing the wrong thing? I think the answer to that is yes. I think trying to introduce an endgame system that competes with the current endgame system for, like, casual solo play, or not really competes, but, like, supplements it, is probably not the answer. I'd argue they, like, you know, I kid about, I mean, we meme about this all the time, but the reality is I honestly think they really should focus their efforts on something like a more robust solo casual experience outside of just world quests and now collecting. Like player housing. Than like delves. Like amp scenarios. And ironically, I'd be more interested in playing WoW more casually getting there and collecting shit. If I had player housing, then like delves as well, but I'm also not exactly the target demographic of that.
I'm not ready yet.
Oh, so thanks for giving us up to Silver, man. Silver, welcome back, brother. I don't know. Either way, it makes me a little sad, basically. In summary, I'm sad that delves look like they're going to flop. Or have already flopped or whatever. Nico, what's up, dude? You got a crafter side, you have an addiction. Supposed to last difficulty delves is going to be more mage tower difficulty, provide unique cosmetics, so I think it have its audience, but I don't think they're aiming for this to be for everyone. Right. Wait, is it going to be eye level set though? Or is it going to be like you need, like anybody gets raid gear will do the last part easy? So I think that might make a difference in my mind too. So it doesn't have like a big reliance on gear, aka mythic raid, to like compete with it. That's a little more interesting. I don't know what that thing does, but it scares the shit out of me every time it comes up. This. No. The 13th? I thought there were 11 difficulties. 13 knows between I know. I don't know what gear level they're tuning that around. Or if they're normalizing gear level. Summon Hellborn. Could be normalizing it. I assume there was no hotfix, by the way, for Pit for Diablo today. If anyone knows, I don't know. I didn't actually check. I should probably check their Twitter. I didn't get a download or anything, though. Not blinking away from me. Dude, he just keeps spawning in the same spot. This is so fogged. I have to say something, didn't I?
I'm not ready yet.
Oh, man, you're like one more second. They give up to heroic level, I believe, for loot. That's not bad. Virus and threat protection. Thanks, Windows summary. Brand to be the equalizer. What's the current vibe on Forever's been like playing WoW or playing beta and stuff? What's the current vibe on like the readiness of the expansion? Is it just like BF again? It's like I haven't played beta. My initial was when they announced the release date. I was like, oh wow, that seems really early. And then people agreed then. I don't know if they've like come along since then well. Or not. much they can do now. I suppose as well. Boo, 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 boo. Because they're in like just bug fix balance state now. We can get 2 Fell Council damage. 100% damage for Fell Council. I mean, if this is level 5, I definitely wouldn't do this, but level 4 I think should be okay. That means they do double damage now. Jesus. 3 seconds. Alright. Boss might actually slap a little bit. Because they're playing running host is super adorable. See you making or your robot. Never heard of it in my life. So, as a result, no. Oh man, Ismail. Wow, no Ismail. Oh, that sucks. Ismail, best boy. Gay lesbian. Okay, damage, just go whatever. So these guys should drop like 50. Yeah. I didn't know you can get double council. Did not even know. Where the double GA's at? Get in my bed. Nada. Anything I get kids on a Game Pass? I don't even have a Game Pass. It's got the whole community thing, like in Far East, of just being a waiter for sushi. Reminds me a bit of Dave the Diver. Well, not directly, but you know. The M Plus community would absolutely riot. Wait, for what? M Plus community is in riot? Why Twitter says it's going to be buggy? Beta feels better to me than DF. Is it perfect? No. M Plus dungeons are a mess of mechanics, though. Classes are majorly fine. Classes are majority fine, except for a few. Some hero talents are better than others. Raid will be fine. Delves are meh. By all accounts, the story is decent, and zones are great. Yeah, zones looked cool. Zones did look cool. I'm finding bugs in retail. I think that's just going to be an O's thing. Live is particularly buggy right now. Because the pre-patch build is missing a bunch of stuff that exclusively on the beta branch, right? It's a lot better state than SL and in a way DF2, so plenty of work if they continue. Okay. M Plus is terrible. It's way too. Oh, so there's nothing like buggy wrong with M Plus. It's just the same subset of M Plus players that think M Plus has gotten too mechanic heavy, or did they like take it to the next level even further, kind of thing? me see here. Diablo 4. Pez radar. Yesterday, they rolled out a hotfix which enabled the Umbra Crux. That's all they did. I guess I don't think they did anything about fixing our shebang. Shimon. I did a bit of re-rolling off stream yesterday to get barrage on these gauntlets, and I finally got it, but I got +2. Obviously, we want +3. I don't know how much I want to keep trying, though. I'm also considering re-rolling this attack speed on this ring. It's like lucky hit or something. Leave it for now. And plus, never gonna have the right balance of pull the whole dungeon. But what if it did? What if it did? Look at the thumbnail. The robot's adorable. I hate it. I hate it because you like it. The changes to tanks, you'll need more coordination because they actually need healing on top of all the mechanics. Oh, great, because they did like a net sweep of tank survivability nerf. If they did, it wouldn't be WoW. True.
I can't do that here.
All right, shall we try another T5? Any sign of danger? We Bailarino. No, I need to put on. We need to make a couple more elixirs actually, just to have. We're getting a lot of elixirs in like NMDs, but like barely. I mean, we don't really get any in this content, so we're gonna have to craft a few more.
Balance.
Transmute. Increase all stats by 40. Should probably make some of this stuff too. A bit expensive. Takes fragments. What do we have here? All stats by 40. Crit on overpower. Chance to dodge. Resistance to all elements. Max resistance to all elements by 1 and armor by 150. Oh, that's actually... Wait, this is interesting. You can just live with soothing spices at all times and not cap your reses like this. I mean, that would be a lot to like live like that 20 minutes at a time, but